Hi, welcome to the garden. Today is Saturday and you know what that means. We're going to do a quick review of this garden, then we're going to go to you and we're going to celebrate what's going on in your garden. And if you're new to my channel, you're in for a real treat. Our friends and neighbors around the world are just spectacular. And we made it to Labor Day weekend. Some people might say the summer's just about over. I say planting's just about beginning. Come on, let's plant. We've got an open trellis here where we were pretty successful with the cucumbers early this year. We're going to go ahead and plant the third round cucumbers right here. I've chosen this Bush Champion cucumber. It says it's got 55 days to harvest. So let's go ahead and put these in here. It also says this is container friendly. So if you're a container garden, you might want to check this out. I'm only going to plant a few, and if you know me, I like to plant heavy. I'm not going to plant quite as heavy today. We're just going to do a little soil contact. I am going to give it a little bit of cover. Make sure you give your seeds a nice drink of water. And I'm just going to put a very, very light layer of mulch on top of that to help hold that moisture. These do push up through the mulch pretty easy. And while we move over to the next area to plant, let's go ahead and take a look at what Walter did to his deep mulch garden after he came home from vacation. Last Sunday, Walter got busy and cleared all the old dead plants out of his deep mulch garden. Instead of crying over spilt milk, he run down a big box store and look what he found. Got busy planting. As soon as he finished planting, he stumbled across these baby birds that were learning how to fly. After making sure they were safe, 5 days went by. Not only did Walter get to see the baby birds fly away, but all his new seedlings are popping out of the ground. Walter also has a couple tomatoes that are left in his hanging baskets. Just to put the icing on the cake, he wanted to share with us these water lilies he discovered in a mountain lake on his vacation. Walter, that was excellent. I'm going to take a page from your playbook. We're going to go ahead and plant spinach. We're going to go ahead and plant turnips. Of course, we're going to have to plant a little bit more beets. And then in front, we're going to go ahead and put in some onions. And what we planted yesterday, we've got beans, squash, and corn back here. The Detroit Supremes say that we have 60 to 65 days to harvest. It also says it's container friendly if you're gardening in a container. Now I am going to do this Ruth Stout style. This is the way I like to plant beets. I'm just scattering these over the top. And I'm just going to pat that in. The turnips get quite a bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make 3 rows. And I'm going to deliberately plant these. This also says we got 55 days to harvest and it is container friendly. These are the size of brassica seeds. I may have to thin these out. And you know me and thinning out. With soil contact, I'm just going to dust that with a little bit of soil over the top. So there we got our turnips. And then our spinach, I'm also going to go ahead and make 3 little rows. And if you look at the size that we're doing, it's bigger than a square foot garden. But we can put those plastic totes over. The spinach says we have 40 to 48 days to harvest, and it's also container friendly. So everything that I'm planting here today, you can plant in containers. And with the beets especially, you can go ahead and start eating the leaves as soon as you get the 3rd or 4th true leaf up. Good soil contact. Light little dusting. And we got our spinach in. And then right in front, I'm going to make a little furrow. I'll plant this whole line in onions. We'll see what we get. Now this is 60 to 120 days, container friendly. But onions you can eat at any stage of the game. And some of these may overwinter. And they'll grow in the spring. And we'll get nice little onion bulbs. Same thing. Pat those in. Light little dusting of soil over the top. While I go get the watering can, let's go ahead and take a look at another one of our friends. Denise started replanting her raised beds and adding some fresh mulch some 3 weeks ago. Everything is sprouted and taking off well. Denise, you should have some nice harvest starting very soon. This is terrific. Thank you, Denise. Denise, that's excellent. It's amazing at how fast the seeds grow once they start sprouting. Here again, we're going to take a mixture of Wayland's mulch, which is leaves, wood chips, grass, hay, kind of a combination of all of it. And we're just going to lightly cover the surface, and this isn't very heavy at all. We just want to help maintain some of that moisture. Okay, so we've got a good portion of our Labor Day garden in already. You can do this too. You know what, let's go on down to Jamaica and see what's going on in Marie's garden. Marie is a new friend of ours from Jamaica. She has a channel that goes through the challenges of growing abundant amounts of food in an area where you have no tillable land. Marie, you do an excellent job. Thank you. Marie, that was awesome. Leave a comment down below and let everybody know just how much you appreciate them sharing what's going on in their garden. I'd share this okra with you if I could. That's why we do it, because it tastes great. My wife always says, how come you can't ever find any okra? Well, I hate to tell her that they never make it to the house. Let's look at this purple okra and see if we got anything over there for breakfast. When you come out here and you can pick an okra about that size, I can't even explain how good it is. Now, Art had a little disaster in his garden. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Art's peppers are producing really, really well right now. But he wanted us to know, even in town, critters will bore through the bottom of your watermelon and eat the whole thing from the inside out. Sorry about your watermelon, Art. Art, you're gonna have to join us and put some more seeds in the ground. You still have time to get some more stuff. Those peppers are awesome though. Hit that like button. That lets YouTube push this out to more people that might want to learn how to garden. I'll bet there's no critters that want to eat one of these reapers. Got another one that's almost ready. Look at these. Oh yeah, that's going to be a hot one. You can do this too. And if you hit the subscribe button, you wouldn't hurt my feelings. We're just a loose-knit community of people that like to get our hands dirty and grow things that taste good, and I invite you to join us. All you have to do is email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. The address is in the description box below. I have to thank everybody out there. Like my sweet potato patch is growing so big, the channel has gone past 26,000 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I could never imagine a time where I physically cannot answer everybody's questions. I try to answer all the comments, I read them all. I even find that I don't even hit the thumbs up on every one of them. There's just so many comments, and I'm blessed to have that. Please keep commenting. I'll try to answer it. And one of the things I get from your comments is I'll get a group of comments that have the same kind of question. And that allows me to do an episode that you're interested in. I'm a guy that didn't want to weed anymore. I thought folks might be interested. Seems like there's a few that are. Now remember, I would never tell another human being how to garden or arrange flowers. Now, everything that I do out here, I'm showing you over the last 3 years. This isn't textbook. This is what really happens in the garden. And I'm glad you stopped by from time to time to check in on me. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. If you want to learn about the living soil, click that link and I'll meet you back in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.